The most dangerous enemy in your life is not the man who hates you. It is the one who stands close enough to smile. Picture this. You're at work or in a familiar room, laughing with someone you call a friend. He nods when you speak. He agrees. He listens. Later, your words return to you, twisted, softened, repackaged, used to slow you down while he advances. You don't notice it immediately. Your chest tightens hours later. Heat creeps up your neck. The realization arrives late, like poison with a delayed effect. This is how destruction actually begins. Not with open conflict, but with proximity. Fake friends don't attack you. They study you. They borrow your access, your energy, your reputation, while quietly positioning themselves above the wreckage. Here is the promise and the warning. Once you learn to see pattern, you can never unsee it. If truth unsettles you, leave. Quietly. Fake friends are rarely evil. They are economical. They move according to scarcity, not morality. When a man feels weak, overlooked, or replaceable, he does not always fight openly. He adapts. He searches for proximity to strength, because strength offers shelter, relevance, and borrowed importance. This is where fake friendship is born, not from hatred, but from imbalance. When one person has momentum, clarity, or rising status, and the other does not, gravity forms. The weaker orbits the stronger. He listens closely. He agrees quickly. He offers loyalty early. But underneath that loyalty lies calculation. Access is the real prize. Envy is the engine, but it wears a friendly mask. On the surface, there is support, encouragement, shared laughter. Underneath, there is quiet resentment. Your progress reminds him of his stagnation. Your confidence exposes his uncertainty. He cannot compete directly, so he competes indirectly. This is the Machiavellian truth most people miss. Proximity is safer than confrontation. Standing beside you grants him information, timing, and leverage. He learns your habits, your weaknesses, your blind spots, not to destroy you immediately, but to position himself advantageously when the moment arrives. Understanding this removes emotion from the equation. Fake friends are not personal failures. They are structural outcomes of power imbalance. And once you see the structure, the behavior stops feeling confusing and starts feeling inevitable, almost predictable, which is where control quietly begins. That awareness is the first silent shift from being a piece to becoming the player in social dynamics. Fake friends rarely expose themselves loudly. They leak. The first signal is inconsistency. In public, they praise you, laugh loudly, amplify your presence. In private, support thins out. Messages slow. Invitations disappear. When there is nothing to gain socially, their energy evaporates. Pay attention to information. What you share casually has a way of resurfacing later, slightly altered, strategically placed. A weakness you mentioned in confidence becomes a story framed as concern. A doubt becomes a label. This is not accidental. Information is currency, and fake friends spend it when it benefits them. Then comes micro-competition, subtle corrections, small jokes at your expense, comparisons disguised as advice. They never challenge you directly. They chip at you quietly, testing how much disrespect you will tolerate. The moment you laugh it off, the behavior escalates. Watch them during crisis. When you struggle, they vanish. When you pull back, they stay silent. But when momentum returns, so do they. Suddenly supportive, suddenly present. They are not loyal to you. They are loyal to your position. This is the critical contrast most men miss. Real allies guard your reputation even when you are absent. Fake friends study your vulnerabilities when you are present. One invests in your stability. The other prepares for your imbalance. The mistake is looking for a single red flag. Power is revealed through patterns, not moments. When you stop reacting emotionally and start observing behavior across time, the picture sharpens. And once you see the pattern clearly, distance becomes effortless, not dramatic. That calm separation is where leverage quietly begins. Men who learn this early stop chasing loyalty and start selecting alignment, understanding that silence, space, and patience reveal intentions faster than confrontation ever could under pressure over time consistently. Once you see the pattern, Emotion must exit the process. Exposure is not confrontation. It is positioning. Machiavelli never warned against enemies alone. He warned against blindness among allies. These laws are not aggressive. They are surgical. The first is the law of observation. Never accuse. Accusation gives them information and emotional leverage. Instead, watch behavior across time. Words are cheap. Patterns are expensive. Who shows up when nothing is gained? Who shifts when power dynamics change? Observation removes confusion and replaces it with clarity. The second is the law of constraint. Reduce access deliberately. Fewer conversations. Less availability. Tighter boundaries around time, favors, and information. Fake friends panic when resources tighten. They were there for the flow, not the drought. Constraint exposes intention faster than confrontation ever will. The third is the law of silence. Power grows quiet. When you stop explaining, defending, or reacting, manipulators lose orientation. Silence removes the feedback they rely on to adjust. The calm man becomes unreadable. And unreadable men are difficult to manipulate without revealing intent. The fourth is the law of asymmetry. Give less than you receive. Not as punishment, but as calibration. Watch who stays when the imbalance favors you. Fake friends drain. Real allies invest. Asymmetry reveals who needs you versus who chooses you. The fifth is the law of replacement. Never let one relationship become essential. Dependence is blindness. Optionality restores judgment. When you have alternatives, fear disappears. And without fear, you see people as they are, not as you need them to be. This is the final distinction. Players move by choice. Pieces move by necessity. Fake friends need you. Real allies choose you. When you apply these laws quietly, you don't expose anyone publicly. You simply reposition yourself until the truth exposes itself. And when that happens, separation feels natural, not dramatic. That is how power operates in mature men. Calm, patient, and decisive, without announcing itself or seeking validation from anyone watching closely enough to learn the rules. In the workplace, this pattern is easy to miss when you still believe effort equals fairness. You share ideas freely. You collaborate openly. A colleague nods, agrees, praises your thinking. Weeks later, your concept appears in a meeting, delivered by his mouth, refined just enough to sound original. Old you feels heat rise, confusion, then urgency. You explain. You confront politely. You overshare context, hoping clarity will restore balance. It never does. You have taught him your emotional threshold. High status you does something different. You notice the timing. You note who benefits. You stop volunteering ideas prematurely. You document quietly. You speak last. Credit theft dies when access to raw material disappears. Distance becomes strategic, not personal. In social circles, the dynamic hides behind smiles. Someone frames gossip as concern. I'm just worried about him, they say, while leaking selective details. Old you defends yourself indirectly. You try to correct the story. You explain intentions to people who never asked. Each explanation feeds the narrative. Each reaction confirms you are affected. High status you does not chase reputation. You watch who repeats the story and who shuts it down. You reduce access to personal details. You let silence do the sorting. Those who thrive on drama starve quickly when there is nothing to consume. Here is the core contrast. Old you confronts behavior. New you redesigns the environment. Old you seeks resolution. New you seeks positioning. Old you cuts people off emotionally, loudly, and prematurely. New you lets patterns complete themselves. This is where the power line becomes real. I don't cut people off. I let them fall behind. When you stop pulling people forward, their true pace reveals itself. Some accelerate beside you. Others fade quietly into irrelevance. This is not cruelty or avoidance. It is strategic gravity. You stop managing impressions and start managing structure. Weak ties collapse naturally. Strong ones stabilize. The system corrects itself without drama, explanation, or guilt, and your nervous system learns what calm authority actually feels like in lived social environments over time. The shift is subtle but permanent. You stop needing closure. You stop needing to be understood. You allow behavior to speak uninterrupted. That restraint creates clarity, and clarity creates distance without conflict, authority without aggression, and leverage without effort. Once you experience this shift, you never return to emotional negotiation again. These strategies are not universal weapons. They are context tools. Used correctly, they protect you. Used blindly, they isolate you. This approach works best in competitive environments where incentives are misaligned. Workplaces, status hierarchies, social circles built on visibility and advancement. In these spaces, information has value and proximity creates leverage. People are rewarded for positioning, not loyalty. Here, observation, silence, and constraint are not paranoia. They are professionalism. Where this fails is in high-trust, low-stakes relationships. Family bonds that have proven stable. Long-term friendships with shared history and mutual sacrifice. Applying constant tests in these spaces erodes warmth and signals insecurity. Power misapplied becomes suspicion. Suspicion, over time, repels even loyal people. This is the trap most men fall into. After awakening, they overcorrect. They see manipulation everywhere. Every delay feels intentional. Every mistake feels strategic. But power without calibration becomes isolation. And isolation weakens judgment. The rule is simple. Patterns, not moments. Evidence, not intuition. You do not downgrade people because of discomfort. You adjust access because of behavior. Calm assessment replaces emotional interpretation. Ethical calibration matters here. The objective is not domination or humiliation. It is protection and clarity. You are not trying to expose people publicly or punish them privately. You are designing a social environment where manipulation has no return on investment. When applied correctly, this framework creates peace. Drama fades. Noise reduces. Relationships become quieter but stronger. You are not feared. You are respected. And when respect replaces approval-seeking, paranoia disappears because you no longer need everyone to be close to you. This balance is what separates controlled power from brittle ego. Without it, tactics turn toxic. With it, they become invisible armor you wear without thinking, preparing you for the deeper identity shift that follows. Next, identity transforms, locking these lessons into instinct. At some point, strategy becomes identity. The real upgrade happens when the question in your mind changes. You stop asking, "Am I liked?" And you start asking, "Am I respected and understood?" That shift alone reorganizes your behavior. Approval-seeking fades. Self-command replaces it. Emotional neutrality becomes status, not coldness. Control. You no longer rush to explain tone, intention, or absence. You let misunderstandings sit. Weak men panic when they are misread. Sovereign men allow ambiguity because clarity is offered selectively, not freely. Detachment follows, but without bitterness. You are not angry at people who fail the test. You simply stop investing where returns are inconsistent. This is maturity, not resentment. Bitterness keeps people psychologically close. Detachment creates space without emotional residue. Your circle narrows naturally. Fewer voices, fewer opinions, more alignment. Everyone inside your inner perimeter has been tested under pressure, not convenience. History matters less than behavior. Time spent means nothing without loyalty displayed. This is where the calm versus reactive contrast locks in. Reactive men manage impressions moment by moment. Sovereign men manage structure and timing. They respond late, speak less, and move deliberately. Their nervous system is quiet, which makes others loud. When this mindset installs, you stop scanning rooms for validation. You stop rehearsing explanations. You stop feeling the urge to correct narratives. You know who you are aligned with, and that certainty removes urgency. From here, action simplifies, boundaries hold naturally, and silence prepares the test ahead. For the next 5 days, you do nothing dramatic. No speeches, no confrontations. You simply change the environment and let behavior surface. Days 1 and 2 are about reduction. You become slightly less available. Replies slow. Personal details stay private. You are polite, composed, and distant. Watch who respects the shift and who pressures for access. Pressure reveals intent. Day 3, you stop initiating. No messages, no check-ins, no invitations. You observe who compensates and who disappears. Real allies adjust naturally. Opportunists wait for you to move first. Day 4 introduces silence. When minor tension appears, you do not resolve it. You do not clarify. You let the gap exist. Manipulative personalities cannot tolerate uncertainty. They rush to test, provoke, or extract reassurance. Day 5 is the audit. You review patterns, not promises. Presence versus absence. Investment versus consumption. Calm versus agitation. The truth is visible if you look without emotion. The rule is absolute. No confrontation. No explanations. Exposure is passive, not aggressive. You are not proving anything. You are observing reality. By the end of days, you will not feel confused. You will feel calm. That calm is information. You move. Friendship is not proven by time spent or memories shared. It is proven by alignment under pressure. History can lie. Behavior never does. When you understand this, you stop confusing familiarity with loyalty and closeness with protection. Here is the final warning. Fake friends do not destroy you. Blindness does. The damage comes from ignoring patterns, explaining disrespect, and trusting proximity instead of evidence. Loyalty reveals itself under pressure, not comfort. Always has. This is the contract. You choose clarity over comfort, observation over emotion, structure over confrontation. You stop reacting and start selecting. You let behavior speak until it finishes its sentence. From this point forward, your circle is not large. It is precise. Few people qualify. Fewer remain. And that is not loss. That is leverage. If this way of seeing feels unsettling, it means it's working. Stay with it. Continue this inner circle journey quietly from now on.